If you're watching this and still wondering whether Bittensor is real, this is the week that should settle it. Week 50 of the Bittensor ecosystem highlights just dropped. 50 weeks. That's almost a full year of non-stop shipping across over 100 subnets every single week, regardless of market conditions. And this week, it might be one of the most significant yet. We got a full investment thesis published by a fund calling TAO the most asymmetric opportunity in markets today. We got verifiable RPC infrastructure going live with real production traffic. We got a computer vision subnet launching a configurable operating system for deploying AI across entire industries simultaneously. We got decentralized training hitting new milestones on consumer hardware. We got an agent economy transaction layer integrating 5 services in 5 days. And that's just the surface. This isn't hype. This is infrastructure being built, shipped, and used, week after week after week. If you only follow one thing in crypto right now, follow TAO and the Bittensor subnet ecosystem. The future of decentralized AI isn't coming, it's already here, and most people are still sleeping on it. Before we get into the subnet updates, we need to talk about what Stillcore Capital just published. This is a full-length investment thesis, and it's one of the clearest, most comprehensive articulations of why Bittensor matters that anyone has put out. The core argument: Bitcoin decentralized money, Ethereum decentralized finance. TAO is decentralizing intelligence, applied to the defining economic transformation of the century. Here's the framework. Cryptocurrency was supposed to eliminate extractive middlemen, encode coordination rules in a protocol instead of a company, and the platform layer drops to near zero cost. That was the promise. But what did we actually get? Endless L1s competing for the same pool of apps, shallow network effects, VC token extraction, and meme coins. A tacit admission the industry ran out of real stories. Bittensor is what crypto was supposed to build. A protocol that spawns, funds, and governs an unlimited number of specialized AI startups through market signals, rather than committee decisions. Every subnet is a standalone startup. The chain pays miners directly. No recruiting, no geographic limits, no salaries. The best minds and GPUs on the planet compete on your task, and the market decides which problems get solved. The key insight on TAO as an asset: TAO isn't just a payment token. It's the exclusive medium of exchange for all subnet tokens. Every dollar of value created anywhere in the ecosystem requires TAO to access. When a subnet succeeds, demand for its alpha rises. Every buyer must purchase TAO first. TAO appreciation lifts all subnet valuations. Emissions become worth more, which attracts more talent, who build more products, which generate more revenue. The cycle compounds. And the moat? A founder launching an AI protocol on Bittensor gets immediate access to established mining pools, deep liquidity, composable infrastructure, and alpha token ownership for contributors. Launching elsewhere means bootstrapping from zero. The code is open source, but the accumulated human capital, proven track records, and composable infrastructure took years and hundreds of millions in emissions to build. Stillcore calls it the most significant opportunity in cryptocurrency since Ethereum. That's not a throwaway line. That's a fund putting its thesis on the record. Now, let's get into what actually shipped this week. Block Machine launched its decentralized RPC infrastructure for Bittensor, and it's not a testnet demo. It's live, serving real production traffic for Taostats right now. The numbers over 24 hours. 573 million requests served across 13 active nodes, with a 99.47% success rate, processing 6,634 requests per second. Node performance is public at blockmachine.io performance. On-chain mining and validator scoring are coming to testnet next. They also dropped a 33-page whitepaper, and it's worth reading. The architecture uses 2-layer correctness enforcement. The gateway verifies responses in real time using Merkle proof verification against trusted block state roots. Incorrect data gets rejected before it reaches the customer. Validators then do full coverage post-hoc verification by sampling logged requests and re-executing them against reference infrastructure. Confirmed mismatches result in permanent bans. 3 design choices stand out. First, USD-denominated pricing per compute unit, which decouples service pricing from token volatility. Second, payout weights derived from actual work performed at agreed market prices, not just quality scores. Third, a protocol stability reserve, where every alpha token paid to miners is matched by an equal market purchase transferred to a public reserve wallet, neutralizing sell pressure, while an emission burn sink removes unearned alpha from circulation. RPC is the plumbing of crypto. Every wallet, bot, indexer, oracle, and DApp depends on it. Block Machine is treating it like the critical infrastructure it is. Verifiable, priced like a utility, and designed so emissions only flow to delivered work. This is a big one. Score launched Manifest on Subnet 44, and it fundamentally changes how the subnet operates. Before Manifest, miners worked on a single static task, one benchmark, one evaluation loop. That's how most subnets run. Now miners work on manifests, fully configurable specifications that define what the model should see, what good looks like, how fast it must run, how it is trusted, and how it fits into Monaco's commercial workload. Multiple elements run in parallel. Computer vision models get composed, weighted, evaluated, and deployed simultaneously. But here's the part that changes the game. Monaco can generate a manifest automatically from intent, just from conversations with end users. The pipeline goes, chats to intent to manifest to execution. What this means in practice: every new customer request becomes a new manifest. Every manifest becomes new competitive pressure for miners. The subnet learns breadth across sport, retail, industry, and beyond, without anyone rebuilding the subnet for each vertical. Score is positioning this as the scaffolding to build an operating system for vision at scale. Not a task runner, not a single benchmark. A configurable, intent-driven system where the commercial reality defines what miners optimize for. If this execution loop works, Score becomes one of the most commercially powerful subnets in the ecosystem. Shoutout announced several important updates to their public offerings this week, with full details in their community blog post. When the execution layer that powers a significant chunk of the ecosystem changes its terms, everyone downstream pays attention. But the bigger story might be the expansion play. Shoutout is going global, starting with Southeast Asia. They partnered with Asia-Pacific University's AI Club in Malaysia to host a hands-on workshop on March 6th. This is distribution strategy, not just product shipping. Universities are a pipeline for developers, researchers, and future builders. If students learn on Shoutout, they carry it forward. This is how infrastructure becomes a standard, through education, early exposure, and local champions. SynthData introduced Synth Polymarket 1-hour and 15-minute markets, powered by their 1-hour predictive engine with refined 1-minute interval price path projections for short horizon precision. 200 models compete in real time to deliver high-accuracy forecast data. Now included in Synth Pro. Short timeframe prediction is where latency, calibration, and noise handling really matter. If competitive pressure continuously improves forecast quality, this becomes a compounding product advantage. Targon made deploying OpenClaw agents dead simple. Head to Targon Rentals, create a new rental, select the OpenClaw template, and you've got single-click deployments powered by Targon Virtual Machine. Agent ecosystems grow when deployment is boring and easy. This is developer experience infrastructure, making agent deployment repeatable and accessible to non-experts. The Train at Home app passed 2,100 downloads, and they just launched a new training run. The previous run trained a 1.5 billion parameter model over 13 days, with 815 unique participants processing 4.5 billion tokens, all on consumer-grade hardware. They stopped the previous run at 4.3 billion tokens for profiling and optimizations, then restarted with optimizer state sharing so newcomers don't need a warm-up period. They actually onboarded more compute than they can currently use, so they're opening a second concurrent training run. This is what scaling looks like in practice. Not, we need more GPUs, but we need better orchestration so the GPUs we have aren't idle. Decentralized training on consumer hardware, improving every week. Handshake had a monster week. 5 integrations in 5 days, all building toward one vision, giving AI agents true economic autonomy. Integration with TPN, SN68 Agents can now buy their own VPN for a fraction of a cent, change geolocation, avoid blocks, stay private, keep working autonomously. Integration with Taostats. Agents can access live Bittensor data and pay for it themselves. Track emissions, monitor validators, react automatically. Autonomous capital needs live inputs. Integration with FlameWire, SN67. Multi-chain access for agents. Read liquidity, detect imbalances, execute instantly, pay automatically. No human in the loop. Integration with Apify. Agents can scrape the live web and pay as they go. Capital agents, deal flow agents, intelligence agents, scan, detect, act, and tying it all together. Handshake payments is now live as a ClawHub skill. Payment becomes a callable function inside the agent workflow. Decide, call skill, pay, continue. No pause, no workflow break. Talisman shipped a wave of updates positioning itself as the operating console for the Bittensor ecosystem. The DTAO dashboard is dropping soon with a subnet leaderboard, advanced interactive charts, and buy-sell in one place. SN45 signals plus a social feed baked directly into the wallet. Already shipped or shipping. DeFi and stablecoin yields live in-wallet. Talisman terminal, AI agent trading dashboard. In development, mobile app optimization, change validator directly in wallet, MEV shield for slippage protection, full TAO activity history, and TG signals now live. This is about reducing friction. Fewer tabs, fewer steps. Everything a TAO holder needs in one view. Almanac surpassed $1,000 in total volume. Their focus on incentivizing informational value is starting to pay off. More volume means better signal rises to the top, which means more rewards. Hitting 7 figures is proof the market is becoming real. NOVA Blueprint massively outperformed Thompson sampling on a challenging oncology target, PBX1, a transcription factor implicated in leukemias, solid tumor progression, and treatment resistance. The distribution shift shows NOVA's approach concentrating search on significantly higher scoring chemical regions than both naive sampling and Thompson sampling. Acute leukemias affect over 150,000 new patients globally per year. The oncology market exceeds $200 billion annually. Vidio ran a head-to-head benchmark against Bitmovin, one of the leading video infrastructure providers. Same input video, same bit rates. Vidio delivered higher VMAP scores at every tested bitrate, 88.7 versus 86.8 at 360 kbps, 91.8 versus 90.2 at 550 kbps, 93.1 versus 91.5 at 690 kbps. A Bittensor miner had a pull request merged into the go-ethereum core codebase. This isn't a hackathon project. This is core Ethereum client maintainers accepting production quality code from a decentralized incentive-driven development system. Aurelius published their roadmap built around 4 phases. Observe, foundation and core protocol. Reveal, market entry and commercialization. Teach, scale and ecosystem growth. And align, full decentralization and autonomy. Their thesis, alignment won't emerge from rules or constitutions. It needs mechanisms that let intelligent systems learn through experience. The Basilica team is working on Catechism, one model distributed across GPU workers connected over the internet. If they can make model parallel inference and training reliable across scattered hardware, it's a real step toward decentralized frontier-scale systems without needing a single data center. The Soma GitHub repo is now public ahead of their first competition, context compression. The repo includes rules, scoring, full validation logic, the MCP platform, workflow documentation, and a miner template. When a subnet publishes its entire machinery before launch, it signals confidence that the game is robust enough to survive scrutiny. GroundLayer is a new OTC marketplace for Bittensor subnet tokens, built by Taoshi and Team Rizzo. This is structured capital formation, institutional-grade deals with clear discounts, defined clauses, lock schedules, smart contract enforcement, and zero immediate impact on token price. Fund managers are miners on SN20. Their objective, lock TAO into deals and earn rewards based on AUM. This is a maturity milestone, Subnet owners can raise without smashing the chart, and investors get defined terms instead of vibes. Yuma unveiled the Yuma Composite Index, a price-based, market-cap-weighted performance benchmark designed to track the full universe of Bittensor subnets, modeled after the Nasdaq Composite. Once people can point to a single index for the subnet market, you get cleaner narratives, benchmarking, and eventually structured products built on top. OpenTensor hosted the Bittensor Subnet Ideathon at the Sankalp Africa Summit in Nairobi, featuring teams from Bittensor, SN85, and Covenant, SN3, SN39 to SN81. The message: Africa shouldn't need Silicon Valley-sized budgets to access frontier AI. That's the point of Bittensor. Think it, pitch it, build it. Church of Rao opened community discussions about Bittensor's on-chain governance system. On the table, a voting body of 16 top validators and 16 top subnet owners, delay mechanisms for proposals, separate tracks for hotfixes and regular releases, and ZK voting for institutional participation. The boring plumbing that decides whether Bittensor becomes resilient at scale. 5 major pieces of content dropped this week, each reinforcing the thesis from different angles. TAO.com. Episode 9 with Garrett and Keith broke down 2 key innovations. Yuma consensus for evaluating subjective AI work through measurable agreement patterns, and Bittensor's tokenomic design that ensures value flows back to TAO through subnet alpha pairings and revenue-driven buybacks. CrunchDAO hosted James from Synth Data explaining how Synth operates as a probabilistic intelligence layer for asset prices, where competitors submit 1,000 Monte Carlo paths every hour and are scored on distribution accuracy, not just point predictions. Alea Research spoke with Greg Schwave from Yuma about how they connect promising teams to decentralized intelligence, covering their business model, risk management, and the upcoming Yuma Composite Index. Subnet Summer ran 2 AMAs. The first with Ridges, SN62, covered their autonomous coding agents hitting 73.6% on SWE Bench Verified, the best open source score, at a total cost of 1.26 for the full 500-question benchmark by routing through chutes. The second with FlameWire, SN97, detailed their 52 active RPC nodes across 19 countries, performance-based competition for routing, and plans to onboard Ethereum and Solana chains. Ventura Labs Episode 84 featured Aaron Bash from Sparkit, SN57, explaining how they went from pricing board games to building GLI-certified betting infrastructure for major casino brands, and how Bittensor's architecture perfectly aligned with their patent for crowdsourced sports data validation. 50 weeks of ecosystem highlights. That number alone tells you something about what's being built here. This week, we saw verifiable infrastructure going live with real traffic. A computer vision subnet launching an intent-driven operating system for deploying AI across industries. A fund publishing a thesis calling TAO the most significant opportunity since Ethereum. Agent payment rails integrating 5 services in 5 days. Decentralized training scaling on consumer hardware. An investment-grade index for the entire subnet market. Structured OTC capital formation. Drug discovery outperforming established methods. Code being merged into Ethereum's core client by incentive-driven miners. This is not a roadmap. This is execution. Every week, the network gets smarter, faster, and more useful, not because someone promised it, but because the incentive mechanism demands it. Miners compete, validators score, markets allocate. The best work gets paid, the worst gets eliminated. If you're looking for the one thing in crypto that actually delivers on the original promise, decentralized coordination that produces real value without extractive middlemen, this is it. Follow TAO. Follow the subnets. The future is being built in public, every single week. Huge thank you to Victor Crypto 2, for compiling these weekly highlights and making the scale of this ecosystem visible. 50 weeks of consistent, thorough coverage. The work matters.